Greetings nerdy list aficionados and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'll never be out of couples. I can't be stopped. We're back with the crossing of boundaries. Those relationships that put both hero and villain together. And we've got all types. We've got giving in to the passion of the moment, mind control, trickery, and just that was a thing? As always, we have it all. I'm Sasha and these are the top 10 superhero supervillain couples, or hookups, part 2. Get ready, let's get started. Number 10, Nightwing and Harley Quinn. So this one is low cause, well, you probably heard about this one thanks to a little movie called Batman and Harley Quinn. In this, Harley and Nightwing hook up, there's no other way to put it. This is after she beats him in a fight and ties him to a bed and then turns around and notices that things are standing to attention and decides, well, let me just have my way with him. You know if the scene had been reversed, we would not be talking about this the same way. Which is why I defy the double standard. This was creepy for me, uncomfortable, he couldn't say no. I hear you, oh, he was into it. Again, reverse it. Would you be saying the same thing? If yes, congratulations, you're not a hypocrite. I'm so aggressive today. I blame Harley. I'm channeling that Harley energy.
Hey, wait, is it true you used to be Robin? Huh, ain't that a kick in the pants? Little boy wonder we're all grown up.
Harley isn't exactly the most stable, but this isn't the only time we've seen these two hook up. This also happened briefly in Grayson, where she actually identified him by his kiss. Grayson was an interesting series, so much cheesecake pretending that that level of overt thirst happened in other comics. Man was molested and attacked by vampires. I've read all of Grayson. I was the target audience, I think, and they got me. It's fine, it happens. Number 9, Superman and Poison Ivy. So this is pure coercion, no romance. No romance, or is this a consensual hookup shenanigans here? This occurred during Hush, and Poison Ivy used her pheromones and, well, pheromone kiss to control him. I'm telling you, Superman is susceptible to these things. Now some say he's not more susceptible than others, why are you harping on it? However, when someone is nearly invulnerable, all weaknesses stand out all the more. So here Ivy controlled Superman at the behest of Hush, and for the overall plot. Now some people just remember this cause, well, it's an iconic look. That's a good reveal when she wraps herself around him and is all like, oh, the gasp, I can't believe this is happening. The art in Hush was just really good, regardless of how you feel about everything else. Number 8, POWERGIRL and DESAAD. That's right, you heard it here first, or probably later. This happened in the world's finest comic that was between the Huntress and POWERGIRL. So this occurred in the New 52 and had to do with Earth 2 shenanigans. So how did this happen? Well, again, this was kind of clandestine. She didn't know she was hooking up with DESAAD at first, and there's a great cover with a cell phone, and I'm putting it up, you can see it. So he was posing as Mr. Terrific, who had been exiled to Earth 2, and used that as a chance to make his move and actually succeeded in getting POWERGIRL to be his girlfriend. So he must have something going on in the personality department. I'm just kidding. She was already drawn to Mr. Terrific. He wrote in that pre-existing goodwill and relationship. And well, this was short-lived, and POWERGIRL was furious when she found out. He was just trying to find his way back to Apocalypse. This is if people going and coming from Apocalypse doesn't spell doom for us all. Number 7, Possessed Raven and Starfire. So this occurred during the New Teen Titans run in the 80s, and during this arc, Nightwing and Starfire were getting married. It was huge, we've been building up to it. Well, it didn't happen because Raven crashed their wedding hard, and a Raven who was full on in all hail Trigon, I can't wait to rule the universe mode. But here's the thing, it's what happened when she crashed it that was, well, it was a lot. There was some very suggestive things going on, some BDSM things, like with her forcing Starfire onto all fours and yoinking her hair back. Then she kisses her and is all, dear sweet Coriander, of all those I've taken, so far you have pleased me the most. This while straddling her. How did this get past the code? I have so many questions. Is there a non-R-rated way to read this? Cause if so, I'll accept my new home in the gutter. No judgment. What do you all think? It's a lot of a lot, right? Number 6, Catwoman and Nightwing. So this one is, well, it just happened. I mean, I'm perplexed by this. Does Catwoman fall more into an anti-hero vein? Sure, most of the time, but making out with your main squeeze's son is pretty icky. There were some hints it was to make Batman jealous too. Who are you, Talia? Well, Bruce has a type, I'll give him that. Nightwing was as perplexed as I was. But he went with it, cause that was his characterization at the time. Fun fact, not really actually, but writer Devin Grayson, who would write the arc in which he was raped, would initially blame him for it, only to apologize years later and say she hadn't thought the plot was a big deal. I'm not over it. Anyway, Catwoman and Dick, they made out. Next number. Number 5, Blink and Annihilus. Blink is an interesting character who I have a huge soft spot for because of the Exiles, but she's here because she had a romance with Annihilus, who is a classic Fantastic Four villain. Blink initially comes from the Age of Apocalypse, and took up with the amnesiac version of Annihilus. This was in the negative zone, but he called it off when he felt himself beginning to revert back to his original personality, as he really did care for her and didn't want to hurt her. This would be a relationship that would stay with Blink, and when she had the opportunity to attempt to save him, she would take it. However, these days, this is more of a forgotten romance, and for most of us more of a someone was with Annihilus? What? When? Why? Number 4, Ravager and Superboy. This one is a pure fake out. Now, Ravager was a supervillain when she first debuted, unstable, working with her father Deathstroke, but over time she joined the Titans. Deathstroke's kids in the Titans, it's a thing. Well, except for his first kid, you know, getting enhanced by the Hive and dying, which started off Deathstroke's whole I gotta kill the Titans thing. Now, Ravager is more frequently portrayed as a member of the Titans, or coming around to them very quickly. Now, this pairing, her and Superboy, is teased on the very cover of the issue, and just look at Superboy's face. It looks like this is the worst thing that's ever happened to him. But haha, this Ravager was a fake. This wasn't the real Ravager, which I'm fine with. Ravager and Superboy, well, Connor, Superboy, there is more than one now. It's all more confusing than it needed to be thanks to them hyper-aging John Kent, Clark and Lois' son. Take that, Lady of Kleenex mentality. Still, this was a thing. They kissed. It counts. Ha! Number 3, Storm and Dracula. Dracula was super into Storm, wanted her to be his queen vampire. Vampire queen. Why do people in comics always turn this offer down? I'd be all, pick me, I volunteer, which is why I never get picked. Too keen. You gotta act like you don't want it, like a cat. Uncanny X-Men number 159, he went full Dracula on her, seduction. He does turn her into a vampire for a bit, and we get this great annual cover of her living her best vampire life. But well, this didn't last. She managed to shake the vampirism off, and I for one was sad. But we have the whole alternate timeline and what if where she stayed a vampire. This was, I'm biased, I love me an evil powerful queen, and that is Storm to a T when she gets like this. I just love Storm. I'll take any Storm I can get, even 80s punk rock Mohawk Storm, aka the coolest Storm. Dracula used to be cool, now he's kinda whiny and begs for dates. But he married Deadpool's ex-wife, so maybe he's happy now. I don't know, probably not. Eternity is a long time. Number 2, Thor and the Enchantress. This gets to be high up because this could have been a great love. In an AU story, these two were married and had a son. Happily married, no Sue and Reed shenanigans here. Enchantress at this point wishes she was the woman Thor loved. Amora, not enough people say her name. Amora is her name, not the woman that Thor loves. That changes. Right now it's the She-Hulk? Now this developed over time. She was initially sent to take out Jane and worked with Loki to seduce Donald Blake, Thor's human form. But she came to care for him. But well, that's not the best first impression, is it? And Thor has a whole slew of lovely ladies throwing themselves at him, so she has a lot of competition, and Thor's not really one to dabble too much in dealing with the villains. He's not Batman, that's for sure. These two, there's something there. I just want more of a spotlight on Amora.
I wanted thy love, not your death. Please, please come back to me.
And number 1, Dr. Doom and Storm. Oh yes, Dr. Doom is at it again. He's trying to find that Baroness Von Doom. Will no one help him warm his drafty castle and listen to him lament about the death of his mom? Someone stay with Doom. Uncanny X-Men number 145. This issue sees the two of them having a candlelit dinner together, and even though it's part of a Doom plot, he finds himself drawn to her, particularly her confidence and lack of fear around him. The way she acts as though they're just equals, and he's super into it. And she seems to like him. She's like, Doom is a fascinating man. And he's like, she's drawn to me like a lioness to a lion, like a queen to a king. Wow, calm it down. Down, boy. He ultimately goes through with his plan with Arcade, but not before saying he finds her enchanting, but then ruining it by adding child to that. Just why, Doom? Go back to like a lioness to a lion. So those were 10 more superhero supervillain couples you never knew existed. Who did you not know about? Who took you aback? Who did we miss? Share everything down below. I'm Sasha, and thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for even more nerdy lists, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.